Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kaifar from class 33.48.02. This is my poetry UAS project. Number 1. Goblin Market by Christina Rossetti. The Goblin Market has a seemingly endless number of interpretations, and this poem can be used to argue against everything from the Victorian ideals of chastity to the commodification of Victorian women and the echoes of a feminism to come. Goblin Market was a symbolic of man's relationship with God. Number 2. Bright Dead Things by Limón. Born March 28, 1976. Limón is originally from Sonoma, California. As a child, she was greatly influenced by a visual arts and artists, including her mother, Stacia Brady. In 2001, she received an MFA from the Creative Writing program at New York University, a 2001 to 2002 Fellow at the Provincetown Fine Arts Work Center, and a Guggenheim Fellow. She has also received a grant from the New York Foundation for the Arts and won the Chicago Literary Award for Poetry. She splits her time between Lexington, Kentucky and Sonoma, California. Number 3. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Harper Lee's April 28, 1926 to February 19, 2016 only novel, To Kill a Mockingbird, 1960, has gained stature over the years, becoming thought of as more than merely a skillful depiction of small-town southern life during the 1930s with a coming-of-age theme. Claudia Durst Johnson, who has published 2 books of analysis on To Kill a Mockingbird, suggests that the novel is universally compelling because Lee's overall theme of threatening boundaries covers a wide spectrum from law to social standing, from childhood innocence to racism. Number 4. Extrinsic Elements. The poem Out by Robert Frost tells of the sudden death of a child who works as a woodcutter. Death is a uncertainty that is the end of everything that humans can do it in the world. Frost, through his poetry, describes how death comes suddenly and the process so quickly changes a situation so that the situation is inversely proportional to before. Intrinsic. Out by Robert Frost. Frost, through his poetry, describes how death comes suddenly and the process so quickly changes a situation so that the situation is inversely proportional to before. At the beginning of the poem, lines 1 to 6 of Frost describe the setting or circumstances surrounding the child that afternoon in Vermont. The state before death came to him, a state of calm and peace. There is a fragrant aroma of wood chips that are swept by the wind and a beautiful view of the 5 mountains that line the back, which the child can enjoy every day at work before death comes to him. The child's death stems from the child's intention to work half an hour longer than the usual time he works. In accordance with his expectations, through the lyrics, Frost describes the good intentions of the woodcutter owner who allows the child to work overtime through the expressions contained in lines 10 to 13. Message. Qualities in human actions that indicate that the action is right or wrong, good or bad. The poem Out implies the moral values that Frost conveys that we can take life in this world. The child will earn more money to make ends meet by working half an hour longer than usual. That afternoon, just before dinner time, her older sister shouted supper to her. The word supper on the 15th line is an early sign of the sudden death of the child. He was surprised to hear the word supper, and instantly the saw he was holding was thrown and finally fell on his hand. Immediately after the incident occurred, the situation at the wood-cutting place turned into a tense atmosphere. The child undergoes a dying process, which is the process of starting to lose the ability of the organism in humans, both to breathe, speak, and so on. The phrase "no more" to build on there in the 33rd line explains that there is no organism in a child's body after death comes to him. If the ability of the organism is not working, then the body cannot do anything either consciously or unconsciously. Death is a denouement death and an end result or completion of dying process. Number 5. Teacher, my teacher. Oh teacher, you are very good. You are willing to come to school early in the morning and teach me until I get knowledge patiently. You teach me from writing to counting. You are willing to sacrifice for us so that the younger generation will be better. Oh teacher, without you I wouldn't be like this. You are an unsung hero, and I will never forget you. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.